toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Mississippi State's offense will have the opening possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
To the ground with the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Number 16 on the field goal.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So LSU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because
breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Marshall. It's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Offense working from the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage?
Mississippi Mississippi State right back to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. From the gun, running back gets to give. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quick completion on the out. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Marshall. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Just keep slinging it. It's complete to the right. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Quick spin on the run. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Defense came into this one no.
Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. At the 45 on his way. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. be 3rd and long. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. It's on target and complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job of the base defense making a play.
Pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Off play action. On the move, he fires. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Back to pass, it's Marshall. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Flying out to the left. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Mississippi State right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. grab behind the line. It's Jones. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. From the red zone, looking for a space. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll test the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Trying to keep the drive alive. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice job on first down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Off the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Quickly to the tight end. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety. So zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up. Intercepted to stop the threat. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play. Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Out of the shotgun on third down. Under fire. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
LSU right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Setting up the screen. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
To the air on second down. Snagged out of the air. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Makes the grab. It's Weaver. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbells ringing on this third down in Starkville. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they don't drag him down until till he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Quick strike complete. Turning it on. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Finds his tight end.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Weaver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Marshall. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quickly complete. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Right on good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, LSU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The give to the right. Got room to work. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's just a play that you have got to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that. You might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Sanders. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds him out of the backfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. A great catch and run for 6. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
38, Mississippi State, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Marshall. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Gets it out quickly.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's the handoff. Oh, ball's out! Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Tigers are on the move. The give on the inside. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabs it in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Scanning the field. It's Marshall. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Quick completion on the out route. Looking for the end zone. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off. Into
the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He'll take it himself. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Working that left side now. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Marshall. Finds a spot in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
They'll leave it with him. Nice move there. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Hauled settled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense. And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to come.